Well, good morning, world. So I just got up about a half hour ago, maybe somewhere around there. Yeah, you know what? I'm staying up too late on YouTube. I'll start taking my sleeping pills again. Start going to bed at a decent hour. Uh, I was watching a little bit of the Ukraine thing with Russia and the gas and everything, and I see what Biden was trying to do with trying to cut the oil and let Russia produce most of it or whatever, instead of selling ours. Well, that's good. You think about it, well, we want to keep our reserves in case something does happen. America's got reserves, but how much reserves do we have? I mean, is there enough to start putting oil out into America where it'll drop the prices of gas? And, you know, yeah, here's the thing, I could deal with $3 a gallon at the gas pump, you know. Um, they're creating this. The banks, everyone is creating this mess. The banks, you got to jump through hoops to get a home loan. The houses are way overpriced. We're heading for another real estate bubble burst. It's going to explode. The bottom's going to fall out of it here soon. Then the reason is because they won't give loans to people that they could put into these houses to keep them maintained. A lot of these houses they want 100, 200,000 for. It might be on a acre, 2, 3 acres of land, but the house is dilapidated because it's sat for so long and nobody wanted to purchase it. And it dilapidated, gutters falling down, mold all over it, and, siding all buckled. And it's just, they did it to themselves. And, it's just horrible. It's horrible. There's a lot of good people that could be put into homes and make a mortgage payment, and they want to keep up on the house and do things, but the banks are, they're crimping it. They're trying to They're trying to corner the market, meaning buy everything. And that's what's happened around here. A bunch of realtors or whatever investors came in and they're just buying stuff up, and then they turn around and mark it up and put it back out. And it's just unreal. It's unbelievable. You know. But you can't cut Russia off of their gas prices. Who's suffering more in this war with Russia? America. Our gas prices are up to like $6, $7 in some spots in the USA. In Russia, it's $1.80. Who is really suffering? You know, Americans, the ones that the biggest superpower in the world. Now, we've been hijacked, America, by these people that have been running the country for way too long and cut deals and made billions and put it in their pockets as the people suffered. They can't even cure a common cold in America. They're telling me to go to other countries. We can fix you. Like, this is America. Yeah, America's not in the business of healing people they don't like. If a doctor or the medical field has a grudge against you, you might as well buy a casket because they'll make sure you die and then they'll walk away scot free with a slap on the hand. No jail time or nothing. A slap on the hand, and They might not be able to practice medicine anymore in that state. So they moved to another state. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's over with. People just don't want to see it. And I'm like, it's over with, people. The next step is invasion of this country. A lot of people are asking, do you think we might get hit with an EMP or something? Oh, we already have. What do you mean? These people are so blind. You think we'll get biologically attacked? We already have been. It's already happened. You know? Do I think it'll happen again? Sure. Sure. Why not? Everybody, 5G is, well, 5G might be draining the batteries on everybody's car. I don't know. Something is. Whether it be 5G or whatever, uh, or just the magnetic force is sucking the juice out of everything. It's flip flopping too much. The magnetic pole or whatever, something's up. But like I said, do I think we're suffering for it? Yeah. America is suffering. Definitely. No doubt about it. Would it be a good time for a stimulus check? Oh, yeah. you know, Inflation is going to skyrocket here pretty soon. It already is. It was 7.5, but with the way gas has jumped up and everything has gone up, even the dollar store, there is no more dollar stuff at the dollar store. It's all gone up. you know, and you have a country where they allow people to worship and sacrifice children and witchery and sorcery. It was bound to happen, White House. You knew it. You've been basing your whole structure off of this witchery, sorcery, whatever it is, Illuminati crap. It was bound to collapse, and they all said it's not real. All right, it ain't real. Just let me know when you people determine if God is real or ain't real. Okay? You know, one day he's real, all glory to God, and nothing happens without God. And the next day, it's all fake. You people have sicknesses, mental illness, and we let these people run our lives. America's over with. It's been over with. It's just some of you are waking up now from the spell that they put on you folks. And what I mean by spell is chemically induced alkaline witchery, sorcery, meaning they're controlling them with medications and all kinds of stuff. It's nuts. Is it going to get worse? Yes. Are we going to get attacked by our own government and they're going to blame it on another country? Yes. Same thing with all the other crap that happened. Black Lives Matter and all these organizations that are now being connected to government officials and Congress or whatever. Burning down houses and everything. So yeah, burning down buildings and that. Yeah, I imagine America's going to get attacked again. They'll blame it on something else, and it's just devious. If you people don't see it, Satan. You know, if you go by the Bible, okay? If you go by the Bible. If you don't, they're just a bunch of scam crooks, killers. And they always get upset when you kill one of theirs, but they kill millions of ours, citizens. You kill one of theirs, and they're all, oh my God, you can't do. Yeah. No, it's called a war. We didn't create it. You know, the rich create this stuff, not us, not the poor. And what's sad is a lot of these people, you know, were military people, took an oath to protect and serve this country from evil and bad, and most of these guys are wrapped up into it. You know, they're good and protective when they're in the uniform. When they're not and out on the streets and back in civilian life, they're rapists, murderers, and killers, trained. Yeah, I'd say it's a problem in America. And I'd say a lot of people in a lot of countries are hip to it now. They don't even want most Americans over there. They shut the doors. We don't want them over here. We don't want their problems. In our country, it's starting to, you know, although we supplied them with billions and trillions of dollars in their country, but now it's doing good over there. And they don't want this headache in their country. And honestly, I don't blame them. And I'd be making peace with Russia. Now, you remember the good old days when we tore down the wall and all that stuff, and everyone was friends with the Russians, and it was great. You know, they were an ally at one time. You know, it's madness that these people have created. And the only reason I handle Russia with kitten gloves is because they're nuclear. And that's why. And even though people are like, well, they can't, do any damage here, they don't have to. If they set a nuke off in Ukraine and the jet stream is right, you're going to have fallout and radioactive material that lingers for years in the atmosphere. And eventually it rains and comes down and everything. And no one wins in a nuclear war, even if it ain't. Even if a nuke don't go off in America, it's just a matter of time before the jet stream brings it over to America. It's just like anything else. So, do I think they need to stay on peace talks with Russia? Sure. Ukrainians are Russians. Most of them you see on YouTube or on TV, them are our brothers and sisters over in Russia, and we want to, they want to be one. I don't know. Here's another thing. Russia don't come over here to America and tell us what to do. Why would we stick our nose in their business over there? Why? I don't know. I wouldn't. To me, it's a tactic to suck money out of us and use our resources to fight a war over there. Now, once again, my heart bleeds for the Ukrainians and the Russians, but enough is enough. Come on, people. These people can't survive without a war. That's how they make their money. I knew it was something. I knew if it wasn't Russia, it'd be something. They'll suck us back into a war as our country just dwindles away. Now, I am glad Joe ain't, the Mr. President ain't jumping right into it and sending all kinds of troops and everything over there. A lot of people are thinking the guy that's running Ukraine right now is an actor or was an actor in real life. And it's just a bad movie. It just went bad. Why? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there. Nor do I really care. It ain't none of my business over there. We got a country that's slowly but surely falling apart, and the citizens are too with it. So I don't know what these people are. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And I don't want to understand it. It's madness. And it's a mass psychosis that this politics and religion and all their stuff has created, good against bad and all this. Now, after we're ready to attack, just like the Bible said to these people, put stakes in their hearts, burn them at the pole, if they're witches and warlocks or whatever. Now, it's not real. Well, it's too late for that. You've been brainwashing people for thousands and thousands of years that this is all real. And now people have, it's real. They made it real. And it ain't going to stop. I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Long after I'm dead and gone, it'll be going on. But like I said, we're tired of the bullies. We're tired of all kinds of stuff. And now people are crying, and you can't do that. Well, I'm sorry, folks. Them people shouldn't have been bullies. You know, I don't care how much money they have. I don't care who they know, what gang they're in, what club, there's people in the world that just don't care at all. They will not lose a wink of sleep over anything because they believe that most of these people are bad people. They only get involved when it's something to put money in their pocket. You know, it's madness. Could I make this country safe? Oh yeah. Yeah, I can make it where we can walk outside and but we're going to have to get rid of people. There's people in this country that are not real Americans. They came over here. They played the American, we want America, we love America, till they got over here. Now they're burning buildings, blowing stuff up, spreading chemicals all over the place. And, no, I think America has been had, and we got open borders. So, do I believe we're going to get attacked again? Yes. There's no way around it. When you have open borders in a country, you're bound to succumb to disease and attacks. And what we are watching on TV is exactly that. Yes, a lot of people are leaving America, going up into Canada and other countries around. Now American people are saying that Canada is uh, a communist country. I mean, here we are. It's like they're pushing us back to the sea. The North is pushing everything back into the down south into the sea. I don't know. It's madness, though. I'll tell you that. So, yeah, would I suggest getting ready? Sure. And they're pumping it too. They're pumping it, meaning they're dry. Our right underneath our noses, our own government is supporting this activity that these people are doing. These people that are in Congress, Senate, and the White House, and government officials, and mayors, and policemen, they are appointed by the people to do a job. Once they get in there, well, they'll kill anybody to keep their power. And that is what happens. These people don't understand they work for the people, because this whole thing was built on the citizens' money and their backs and their labor. But see, folks, they are not what you people think they are. Some of these people been in Congress for 60 some years. They made a living out of it, and a racket, and a kingdom where there's no way they'll step down. There's no way, we're government. We're, so we can kill the people and get away with it. And it's unbelievable. It has nothing to do with God. And these people calling themselves under God, no. He might be God to them, but to us, he's Satan, the fake Messiah. I don't know what to say. So get ready, folks. Don't be stupid. This can happen at any time. We don't know. Do I have any problems with Russia? No. I live in America, not Russia. Now, are Russians over in America? Yeah. Believe me, there's a bunch of bikers running around saying they got connections with Russian bikers and government or whatever. And everybody's going, are you effing kidding me? This is America. Does the government know about this? Oh, yeah. How do you think we were infiltrated? How do you think this all happened? Well, why do you think Putin was on TV saying we don't want these people in our country? But we're going to have the same trouble as we've got in America. People just are so blind. I don't know, folks. Be safe. Make sure you take buy some tin foil, and tin foil a closet or whatever. Enough room where you can get inside your closet. Put tin foil on the inside of the closet. You can even get a refrigerator box, enough to get the family inside. Put tin foil on the inside of it. Plastic and then tin foil, in case of radiation fallout. People don't understand. Well, it was a nuclear blast in Ukraine. Yeah, I know, but watch the jet stream. Because what happens on the other side of the world yesterday might take, a week or two to get over here to America's jet stream or whatever. It's unreal. And, people say, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, oh, yeah, really? You remember when we were at war with Japan? And people were like, there's no way they can hit us. There's no way they can get to us. Well, guess what, folks? I think 4 or 5 balloon bombs, incendiating chemical bombs, were found in the mountains many years ago, and they couldn't figure out what they were. They had Japanese writing on it or whatever on the parts. Comes to find out, them were high altitude balloons with incendiating bombs and chemicals and stuff on them, that people said it would never make it over here. They just don't know. And it did make it over here. So, they said the same thing about when they had that nuclear plant go down in Japan or whatever out there, wherever it was out there. People were saying, don't worry about it. The radiation will never make it over here. But there was parts and debris that was washing up on the West Coast that came from Japan when they had that tsunami or whatever it was out there, when that plant went down and exploded. And they were radioactive. So it will. I wish they would stop it. I wish they would see what's going on, but they don't want to, folks. This is all planned. There's people that have been sick out here, and they could have went and got antibiotics, and the doctors gave them 6 antibiotic pills, and I was like, that's all they gave you? Yeah, this is high dose. This is all they need. Yeah, well, that's the problem. These doctors don't know that when you go on penicillin or not penicillin, antibiotics, 6 days of antibiotics they're killing us. They're literally killing us right underneath our noses. And then the doctors say, no, well, that's all we can give you. Hey, they done it to me. No, if something like that, you are on antibiotics for months. They don't understand. They don't want to. Their job ain't to heal us. They don't have a clue. They just don't have a clue. Now, see, drugs over here, antibiotics over here you can't get them unless you see a doctor. But in other countries, you can walk right into a store and buy antibiotics. And that's the truth. You don't need to go see a doctor. They actually sell antibiotics over the counter in other countries. So slowly but surely, they're killing America. They got a grip on America, and everyone thinks, oh, it's the White House, it's the government. They'll never do us wrong. No, I don't think so, folks. And that's why you got a lot of people dying. That's why a lot of people are succumbing to infections. It's not because, there's nothing we can do. No, you don't put someone on an antibiotic for 6 days and then say, stop with the antibiotic. It don't work that way. These people are so lost. They ain't got a clue. They just don't know. 6 days of antibiotics, even if they're high dose antibiotics, is not going to stop what's going on. Same thing with steroids. When you have an infection or they give people steroids, well, this is all you can take. And I'm not talking about the steroids that you shoot up that the muscle heads use. Steroids for people with low immune systems and stuff like that. They don't supply enough of it. Just, and I've talked to people, and it's happened to me. Just when you start feeling good, they stop the antibiotics. And you're like, what? And then boom, within a couple of weeks, a month, you're right back to where you were. So they ain't got a clue. And some of these doctors, I think, were placed in certain areas in the United States to do one thing, and that's mislead the people and kill. Because what's the worst that can happen to them? Well, they get a slap on the head and they lose their license in that state, and then they just move to another one. And No, steroids that they give you when you got a low immune system. They give people steroids, pills, not needles that you shoot in your butt or whatever. Steroids. So, like I said, slowly but surely, it ain't going to be long. This country will be invaded. Well, it's open borders. There's nothing they could do about it. Whether it be with a impulse device, a small nuclear device, or a biological bomb or whatever, we're not safe. Each day, more sick people come in. You can't stop a virus when you got people coming in that are sick. And people have taken these shots that they're giving out the as a cure, and it ain't. Most of them are catching COVID over again. They're like, I got my shot, yeah, but see, it's not a cure. It's just to help you deal with it. You still got side effects from COVID and other things. So it's just a mess. Antibiotics kill your gut. I had COVID recently. It lasted 2 days. The next week, I was burping medicine out. I don't know. Did you have COVID, Arkstra? Burping medicine out. No, I got a country to save, Bendejo. We got a country to save. I ain't got time for scales right now. Summer's coming. I got to get back out there and start getting in shape and working. Although I did run over one of the scales that Dave was talking about last night, but it's a hobby for me. I didn't make my life out of music. I didn't make my money out of music. I made it with these two hands and this brain. I got to get back to work here soon. We're going to be saving America. Arksta. We're going to be saving America. But like I said, folks, be prepared. You don't have to go out and buy everything in these stores. You know, believe me, there's preppers right now that bought stuff 20 years ago and they still have it. They're like, it never happened. No, it didn't, but be prepared somewhat. You know, that's all I could say. We need CRAM, missile defense systems. CRAM missile defense systems don't have to be used just for missiles. I don't understand these. I'm like, we can use this as firepower. They don't have to be used for just missiles and planes. We can use these as ground attack. I want them all on my border, all over the place. First we'll try talking peace. Well, there's only so much you could do. And I wouldn't have been sticking my nose in Russia's business over there. Do they come over here and tell us what to do? America's got itself in this ringer, being the superpower of the world. Now, anything that goes wrong, it's America's fault. Anything that happens somewhere else, it's America's fault. If something, people are dying, it's America's fault. We really put ourselves in a bad spot. Really, let Russia be the superpower. Let them go to war and spend all their resources and money to save the world. We're tapped out, folks, and it's just going to be getting worse. with all these, real estate and everything. No one can buy a home. Nobody wants to buy a home. A lot of people are like, why buy a home? America ain't going to be here too much longer. We might be moving out and going to other countries, Sweden and Ireland and, the Ukraine and London and everything. I don't know. They don't have problems like this, do they? Not too much. Not too much. Well, they're not a superpower. They are allies of NATO, but the weight don't fall on their shoulders. It falls on Americans' shoulders. And who's suffering? The American people. Them are the only ones suffering. Maybe some people in Ukraine after this war broke out, but other than that, who's taking the main blame for all this stuff? Whose pockets is it really hurting? The American citizens' pockets. Christ, most of us went in for a simple operation and came out missing body parts so they can use them in someone else. And they're like, well, you really don't matter, so you won't be needing that kidney or that heart or whatever. A lot of evil is going on in America, and they turned a blind eye to it. Yeah, gas went up. People are flipping out in Russia. It was like 50 cents a gallon or something, 49.9 cents a gallon, and it's up to $1.80. So people are like, oh, this is killing us. I'm like, yeah, really? $1.80. If you convert it from Russia money to American, they said we're spending $1.80 for a gallon of gas, a liter, which a liter over there is a gallon here in America. So who's really suffering? America. Gas prices are up $7 in some spots. Higher than that, I heard. I live out here in the country, small little town, and gas prices are $4 and something cents. It's killing everybody. But you know what? It really don't hurt me too much because I don't drive a lot. I don't go country to, cross country to cross country. Bendeo says 520 to 580, Greg. Yeah. Arkstra says, what country are you trying to save, Johnny? America, Arkstra. Yeah, well, that's rubles over there. I watched the video the other day, the guy saying, I'm going to show you people how much we pay in Russia in gas. And he drove around to 3 gas stations, and they were all 49.9 rubles, which is $1.80 in American money. So they're paying $1.80 in gas. Okay. And they're flipping out. They're like, we don't know how we're going to live, and here it is in America. It's, depending where you're at, it's pretty high. And then the real estate bubble is coming right back. The banks, they only give loans to certain people. You got to jump through hoops with these people. You got to do all kinds of crap to get a home loan. It's just unbelievable. They caused this mess. Nobody else but the big banks and the government for letting these people say, we're not going to give you a home loan. Millions and millions of people would have went ahead and got a home loan and went into these homes and made a home out of it. But there's so many homes. I was looking at a home yesterday on an acre of land. They wanted 50 grand for it. And then they showed a photo of the house, and it was just eaten away by termites, and there was windows missing, and it was just a wreck. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You want 50 grand, and it was just holes in the roof, and it was unreal. Well, it's pretty much, we want 50 grand for the land. And I'm like, look at the land. It's been so overwhelmed with brush and trees. No one cut it for 20 years. Look at what has happened in this world. And if these people are saying it's God, well, we don't want anything to do with it. I don't know. Oh, someone came in, they're buying. Here's another thing. I live in a little town here. We don't have a lot. We got a McDonald's and we got a Subway. That's it. And we got a little restaurant, a couple little restaurants, like family restaurants. And that's it. There's one bar in town, but now someone came in and built a bar. A food place plus a bar or whatever. And they put it on this small little lot. You can't get 20 cars parked on that lot. And now they're parking over in other people's lots and on the side streets. And people are like, what the heck is going on? Why? I don't know. I have no idea why they did that. But it's probably somebody with a lot of money, and their intentions probably will be, they'll probably buy out the dollar store and use that parking lot, that big giant parking lot that the dollar store has, as parking. Or they might cut a deal with the dollar store and say, we'll give you so much a month if you let our cars park here after hours or whatever, after the dollar store closes. So they're buying up all this stuff. You got interviews with people saying that the gangs and the African Americans are actually buying the prison, meaning they're dumping money into the prisons so they can control the prisons too. I mean, this is a mess. This is a mess. It is a mess. It is a literal mess. And it ain't going to get better anytime soon. It ain't going to get better anytime soon. And a bar like that, it's one of them bars where you have a garage door. See, the place used to be a mechanic place where you got your car worked on. I had my car worked on there before. It used to be a place that worked on cars. It burnt down. Well, it didn't burn down. It caught fire. And then somebody years down the road bought it and turned it into another garage because it was set up to be a garage to work on cars. And someone bought it, and the dang thing caught on fire again. How? I don't know. The land might be cursed. I don't know. But somebody got out of it, And now somebody bought it and turned it into a small little nice restaurant. But there's no parking. What do you do with all the cars? And summer's coming. And I've already seen a bunch of bikers pull in there, like 5, 6 bikers pulled in there. So I imagine this summer, uh, you'll have all the bikers there, the garage doors open, people out in front of the business drinking and all kinds of stuff. This is something we really didn't need. I would have put it out. If I was running it, I would have been like, no, let's try and get a spot outside the, city, the town limits or whatever. So, because there's going to be, once summer comes and everything, there's going to be a lot of people there, but I don't run this town. I wish I did. It would change a lot, but, my drones and stuff have kept people from breaking the law late at night, and graffitiing our buildings and everything. We don't want that in this town. It's a nice little town, and that's the way we want to keep it. We don't want graffiti all over. We don't want gangs erupting, and that's our right as citizens. We don't want this in our town. We don't want biker wars in a small little town. We just don't want it. That's why we moved from the cities, to get away from that stuff. And here we are. And it follows us. Small little town. And they got to, it's unreal. No, not if they're affiliated with the people that run the town. This is one of them towns where the people ancestors have ran it. You know what I mean, Bendejo? It's like a family tradition. And if somebody is in their pocket, well, there ain't going to be no tickets, and there won't be. That's what I said. Get it. Anyone got a tow truck will make some money. But if they have their hands in their pockets of the people that run the town, well, there ain't going to be no tickets. I know what you're saying. Tickets mean more revenue. But I doubt it if that'll happen. I don't even get paid, and there's a car wash out here, and I go down there and pick garbage up off the ground once in a while and wrap the vacuum hoses back up. People just use it and just drop it right on the ground. Some people just yank the hoses. Instead of moving the car closer to the vacuum, they just stretch the hose so far it ripped the hose out. I had to fix that for free. I don't get paid. I don't know. World's going down the tubes pretty quick. So is America. Garbage bags inside the stalls where you wash your car. Literally, people pulling up, popping their trunk, and dumping garbage bags inside there, and then washing their car and just driving away. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I mean, I'm not racist or anything, but it's starting to look like Mexico. One of them towns you go into Mexico, got no water, no garbage pickup or anything. And I've seen them do it. They literally pop their trunk, pull out the garbage, set it inside the car wash stall, wash their car. Some of them, I'll sit there and watch. Some of them wash their car, but before they leave, they pop the trunk, take the garbage out, set it in the stall. They drive away. And then the bag gets ripped open and all that garbage gets stuck in the drain system and the stalls flood out. Literally. 4 or 5 inches of water inside the stalls. You know? Yeah, it's unreal. Unbelievable. I can't run for sheriff or mayor. I got a disability, Bendejo, Arkstra. Would I? Yeah, I would. But then again, if you do your history on most of the people in Congress, Senate, and in the White House have mental problems and other problems. You know? So yeah, I would say it's a big problem. Police are corrupt, everybody's corrupt. Yeah, it's unreal. Run the dog for mayor. Archer, Archer said, I got an idea. Buy a dog and have the dog run for mayor. You know, when this virus first hit, we were telling people around here, especially the old people and everything, don't come out of your apartment unless you got a mask. Stay safe. We're trying to protect you people. Then they would complain, well, they need to do, yeah, this ain't a retirement home. This is a equal opportunity housing development. It's not a nursing home. We don't have uh, uh, standby power or oxygen hookups inside the apartments for these older people. So we're trying to protect them. Stay in your apartments, wear a mask, wash your hands. And they just turned around and told people, we don't have to listen to you people, and it's our right. And boom, it just spread. You know, it just spread like wildfire. And then they all were complaining about it. We're like, yeah, we tried to help you, you know. Now see what they should have did with that bar that they built. There's a lot 500 feet away from them that used to be a used car lot place. Um, and the car lot closed down and they moved. It was a giant area. Why didn't they put that restaurant bar there? I have no idea. They should have, but they didn't. They put it on a small. It ain't even it's not even, it's got to be, I'm guessing 70 foot by 70 foot. That's it. That is the parking lot, and the building is on that property. And that's why I'm like, why didn't they build that thing? The car lot down the street. Why didn't they? That would have been the perfect place for them to put that. It was a giant lot. I don't know. I have no idea. It's called freedoms. You're right, Pendejo. It is. But look at how many people are dying from their freedoms. We'll give you all the freedoms you want, and we'll sit back and watch you people kill yourselves, because that's what happens when you have a country with so many freedoms. Yeah. You got to put a chain on it. If you got a country full of freedoms, well, then you got people running down the streets, shooting at each other, killing each other, spreading disease and everything. And then they're going to use that. Well, it's our right. It's our Constitution right to be free. You are free, but you're killing people, and that's breaking the law. You got the right to have weapons, but when you shoot somebody, you broke the law, unless it's you were in the right protecting yourself. It's the same thing with a sickness. If somebody knows uh, they have a sickness and they're very contagious, uh, it was like the AIDS thing when people had AIDS. Um, at first, it was don't ask, don't tell, or whatever it was. But then people were using it as a weapon to kill people. You know, that becomes, you lost your freedoms. You got no freedoms. When you're using your freedoms to kill people, you've lost your freedoms. I'm sorry, folks. I know a lot of you are going to try and kill me again. I know this. I'm not dumb. I'm dumb, but I ain't that dumb. But when you're using your freedoms to kill innocent people, you've forfeited your freedoms. That's why there's going to be a war in America. Is there anything anyone could do about it? No, they can fight, but the technology, no, they ain't got a chance. They'll set a bomb off probably 400 or 500 feet up in the air. Next thing you know, everybody will be choking, gagging, and gone. It's not a war, conventional war like they used to have. It's new. It's a new thing. Yeah. I mean, is there anybody out there that sees what they're trying to do? It's their freedom. It's their freedom to be free. But when you are killing people with freedoms that this great country gave you, you're not free no more. You forfeited your freedoms. Yeah. That's just my opinion. I'm all for freedom, but when you start killing people with freedoms, that's a problem. If I was running the show, I would have been on the phone with Putin. Listen, this is nuts. That's what I would have told them. Hey, why don't we get together, have some vodka, and talk this out? You're a great man. You're a great power. We're wasting our time. We should be working on better things instead of these war machines. You know, this is unreal. I wouldn't be a wimp, but I'd just say, hey, listen, it's to the point where we're going to light all these candles and we're going to get it over with and rebuild, or we sit down, we have a shot of vodka, which I quit drinking, Mr. Putin, 30, 20 something, 30 years ago. But if to keep America safe and the world safe, I'll sit down and have a glass of vodka with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm used to it. You got to treat these people. It's like dudes coming in. It's like the guitar business. You get one of these pros like an Eddie Van Halen or one of these guitar gods, and you have them come in and you're going to build a guitar for them. You got to pamper them. If they need a guitar built, that guitar needs to be built right away. It can't wait. If they want to make changes to that guitar, they have to be made right away. They can't wait. It's like pampering your star that is out there using your product, getting your name out there. You got to pamper them and give them what they want so they can get out there and everyone say, oh, well, he's playing a Kramer guitar. I got to have one. Well, sure you do. You know? But I don't run the show no more. So they really don't care what these music dudes want to play their guitars. It's no big deal. Times have changed. I don't know who you people are, but you people are so Bendejo says I'm Putin now. No, Bendejo, I'm 100% American. Do my family research. I got a long line of military people in the United States government. No, I'm not Putin. No, I ain't got nothing against Putin. What'd Putin do to me? Nothing. What'd Putin do to America? Nothing. Arkster's saying Bendejo, he's Putin. uh, Arkster's saying Bendejo is Putin. He might be. Bendejo might be Putin, maybe over here. He might be talking to me, translating to Putin. Who knows? We don't know. If it is, if you are Putin, hey, we want peace. Let's get this over with. I know you want some of that land in Ukraine. A lot of these, here's the thing, Putin is stuck. Okay. There's people crying out in Ukraine that they want to go back to being Russians. They want Russian. You got people in Russia saying they want to be Ukraine or whatever. It's a mess. It's a mess. It is a total mess. That's what you are looking for. Or wait, your freedom ends where someone else's freedom starts. However they want to. Hey, however you guys want to battle it out is fine with me. It really is. It's fine with me. However you guys want to battle this out, it don't matter to me. You can battle whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. No, I'm not Putin. If I was Putin, I sure the heck wouldn't be living here. I'd have me a palace, Jack. Go ahead, turn me in. I can already tell you what the Pentagon and the FBI is going to say. We know exactly who he is. Yeah, we're not even going to bother with him because he's not a communist. Go ahead, turn me in. Good God Almighty. I can use another million after I'm done suing the shit out of these people. Yeah. And the laws are going to change. No more as the government can be able to come in, do whatever they want, and think that they're going to walk away with no repercussions or no lawsuits or anything. Why do you think they changed the law so fast in America when all this virus and everything came out and all these terrorists came into our country? Because the government was using them to keep their hands clean. Therefore, we got proof that the government was committing crimes against the American citizens. That's war crimes against the American citizens. If I told him, if I was a guy, I would start cutting out a check for $1 million because eventually people are going to get hip to what's going on and they're going to come at the government violently, not through courts. You know, they were caught making illegal actions and doing illegal things and created a giant mass hysteria and to cover up what they got caught for. If we kill them all, there'll be nobody to come after us. This is going to get ugly. It really is. People are, don't listen to them. You don't have to listen to me. Don't listen to me. But don't you come at me blaming me for anything when hell opens up in America. It ain't my fault. I don't run the banks. I don't run the government. I don't run anything. I'm a citizen with a disability that's been abused his whole life. If you think that anything is going to change in my mind, it ain't. Nothing. You know, same thing with the Delphi killer. If they don't catch the guy, oh well. They're trying to turn this into a big thing. Well, the killer, it's a power thing. No, it ain't, you idiots. The killer don't care if he's caught or if you ever find out who does it. I don't know what's wrong with these people. They are literally lost their minds. Like I said, I don't know how many times. I'm the one with the disability, and I got enough. You think the killer is losing sleep? He's probably killed numerous people. If he killed 2 little girls, I'm sure he's killed many, many more. Turn me in, do whatever. I don't care. Bendejo's turning me in unless I give them a Kramer Stage Master and Electric Blue. Enough with the solid colors with the Kramer guitars. I wish I was running the show, but I ain't no more. So that was all hijacked from me too. Yeah. They're great colors. The new colors coming out, but good God, there's only a couple Kramer guitars that were built with natural wood colors, where you can see the grain in the woods. I have one of them. The rest of them have all been solid color guitars since 1980. Since Kramer guitars came out with, there have been a couple limited edition or customs that came out with paint jobs and stuff that I love, but like my Kramer Les Paul custom over there, you can see the wood grain in it. It's a beautiful maple top and everything, and all kinds of. That's what I've done. I've been, good God, we've been doing this for 30 some years with solid colors, 40 years. It's time to break away and start pumping out some beautiful wood grain guitars. Give the people a choice, but they never did. I mean, you can get them cheap focuses, or not focus. What are they? The tool, not the real cheap Kramers, that look like Stratocasters. You can get them in a Sunburst or whatever, but yeah, Orchestra, be safe, be safe. But yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, how many solid colors, and some of the colors they're putting out is like, you know, is for the women. We're trying to get the women in there. I want to get a guitar designed for the women. I've been watching Mimi Sounds, and she looks uncomfortable playing. Plus, I seen after she was done playing and put the guitar down, one of her breasts is hanging down lower than the other one. Probably because she's been playing guitar so long, that breast's sitting up like that. The other one's growing, but the other one's sitting up. So, no offense, Mimi Sounds. I'm just trying to help the women out. Yeah, I think they're just going to ride it. Russia's going to ride it out, boys, until we get a new president in there, and then he'll go back to making. Russia. He don't have to communicate with Biden. There's nothing saying he has to take a call from Biden. I think it's just a stall tactic till the elections, you know, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but what they're doing is evil. And I got them around here that live around here, and these people have been doing bad things around here. And every time I stand up for myself or someone else, I get shot down. And that proved to me that they're corrupt. It's a cult drug cartel that took over. And no, I don't do drugs. Well, I do CBDs. If I do anything, it'll be cannabis. I'll never go back to alcohol. I'll never go back to cocaine or the hard drugs or pills, unless the doctor prescribes the pills to me. And I don't even like taking painkiller pills. When I had my operation, the rest of my teeth worked on and taken out and everything. Afterwards, they gave me a bottle of painkiller pills, and I took like maybe 4 of them. And after that, I was like, I ain't taking these no more. I think I still got them in my drawer. So, like I said, is a war coming to this country? It's inevitable. Is more sickness coming to this country? It's inevitable. There's nothing we could do about it. You know. It ain't me, Bendeo. I got people trespassing on me. Magic people using witchery, sorcery, curses. We believe it, and millions and millions and millions of people do believe it. And what can you do? Not much. Hey, Valium FM, how you doing? There's nothing we can do about it. Get back into shape. I've been doing curls and everything. Here pretty soon, I'll be carrying around that giant weed blower or leaf blower. I got to make a couple bucks. So get back into shape. I got to get some sun. I'm whiter than a ghost. Yeah. And plus, down in Indianapolis or something like that, a lot of people are getting sick down there, but they figured out what it was. People went down there to get operations, uh, and the instruments were contaminated, and the scopes that they were using were contaminated. So people went in to get operations and stuff like that, but the material or the instruments and stuff they were using were contaminated. And they tried to cover it up, and they figured it out. After so many people were like, well, I had an operation, and then they figured it out that the hospital, the instruments that they were using weren't being cleaned right. And a whole bunch of people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people got sick. And they tried to cover it up. You've seen it I've seen it 2 times on the news, and then you never heard nothing about it again. So yeah, it's just unreal. Nah, it's all right, Valium. We're just hanging out, chatting. We're still alive. They're trying to put as many people in me as they can. Some idiots going around telling people, send that to him, send it to him. And I'm like, I'm going to hurt you people real bad. We'll call call them, call the police, call whoever you got to call. But these people ain't walking away. And they're magic men, I'll tell you that much. It's like I told them, war is breaking out. Stop it if you can. If you can stop this war, stop it. They can't. It's a war that has to happen. They know it. Everyone else knows it. If you can stop that war out there in Ukraine and Russia, then stop it. But you can't. Well, I think about, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, Valium. Are you talking about the operation thing or whatever? Yeah, it happened to her. So, like I said, I got ways of saving this country millions and millions and billions of dollars. For one, our servicemen. You took an oath to the country. That don't mean you do your 8 years or 4 years in the military and then you get out and you become a gangbanger and you're out slaughtering Americans. No, it don't work that way. We're going to pull your pension. You get nothing. You get nothing now. When law-abiding citizens are obeying the laws and trying to survive, and you got these military guys that are pampered that most of us have to take care of when they come back because they're in the corner going, baby, 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 baby. Or they're flipping out and having flashbacks and, no, we're going to pull their pension. They took an oath just because I know hundreds of military dudes that got out of the military and they did not join gangs, clubs, organizations, and go out and slaughter Americans. I'm sorry. I got ways that are going to save this country quadrillions of dollars and make it safe. Then the government comes to us and says, well, what are we going to do with it? What do you mean you trained these idiots? You trained them to be killers. Did you think about when they got home and are used to killing and slaughtering? It's like a drug. That power don't go away. Now they're slaughtering and killing our kids and family members. And we got a problem. I ain't going after them. I didn't create the machine. That's what you people in government get paid to do. Keep the American citizens safe. And I can tell you right now, if we took a vote right now, I guarantee you that if you don't rig the voting stuff, that people would say the government has failed us. I wanted tanks down the streets. I wanted drones flying everywhere. I wanted platoons patrolling schools in our neighborhoods. You can't do that. No. All right. Then don't come to me with the sob story that, why do you think people are packing up and leaving America? Why do you think America's in chaos? That's just my opinion. See, I didn't have this problem when I went to school. I mean, I had a disability, but there was no murders and shooting and stabbings and rapes when I went to school. So, it wasn't a problem. It's become a problem now. And they don't want to handle it. They're making too much money. And they figure, well, hopefully they'll kill themselves. And then we'll just bring people from other countries over here and they'll be slaves to us. Yeah, it's just war, Valium. to these people that are so far gone, it's war. It brings money. Well, you're right. They start at the table and they end at the table. But if you notice, the Ukraine war didn't start at a table. It just started, and it's hard to fight because you got people on you got social media back in one side and others social media back in the other side, a bunch of propaganda being put out. You got Ukrainians on TV saying we miss our brothers in Russia and our sisters, and who gets caught in the middle of all this? The citizens of Ukraine and Russia. The citizens. The same thing with Americans. Who gets caught in the crossfire? America. The citizens. The law-abiding that go to work, come home, and they don't go out, rob, steal, cheat, beat, rape, whatever. Them are the ones that get stuck in the crossfire. Hold on, I need to refill on my coffee. Listen, we all want peace, but peace don't bring money to these warmongers. Peace don't bring money. I mean, peace brings money to the citizens, but to the war machine, peace does not bring money. I don't know. Call me crazy. Well, I've been labeled crazy my whole life, so it's nothing new to me. Now people are saying, well, you got a mental illness, you got mental problems. Yeah, I know that. I've had it since I was a young kid. You know, you better look at yourselves before you look at me. I've never belonged to an organization. I never belonged to a biker gang, a gang, a drug cartel or whatever. I worked for a living to make money. So most of you should be looking at yourselves. I'm the one that knows I have a disability, and I've been pushed in the corner my whole life. Do you see me crying about it? No. I picked up my toys, I moved on, and I'm trying to make the best out of my life. Although I've been ran through the ringer, you know. Yeah, well, it was crazy about the operations. And people were going to the doctor saying, I think something's wrong. And the doctors were saying, well, you're not showing any symptoms. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Oh, you're not showing any symptoms. You don't wait until somebody shows symptoms. If you know there's an outbreak or people or instruments weren't being cleaned, the right way or whatever it was, you come right out and start checking your patient for things. You don't wait for symptoms to come up. And they told me I was crazy. You're crazy. Take your medicine. All right. Now I'm 200 pounds and, well, no, I'm not 200 pounds. That was a little bit exaggerating there, but listen, I went against, sure. They injected me with all kinds of stuff. They made me a guinea pig for these people to make a They made a lesson out of me. This is not what to do. You don't go against this. You don't go against that. You don't say this. You don't say that. So they made a poster child out of me my whole life. Stole everything, all my ideals, everything. It's like Satan just took everything. So it really don't matter to me. A lot of people are like, oh, no, it don't matter to me what happens. I didn't create this mess. I ain't gonna suffer for it, although I am. You know, uh, and these people still think we live in the greatest country. Yeah, maybe for some of you. I'm just now starting to get better, and it's been 10 years, 12 years since my operation. Sure, it's madness. Bendejo, I don't need to get back my belly aching and get back to assets. I've already made these people quadrillions. I'm waiting for my check. I'm like, this will all go away. You cut me a check for what you already took. We need another movie. You get nothing. Nada. Zero. You've been pumping out movies already, watching my videos and tapping my phones. How do you think Murdoch made all kinds of billions of dollars? He tapped people's phones for information, ideals, and news. Nothing is changing. Nothing is going nowhere. Nothing. I stood for what I believed. I stood for the weak, the poor. I stood for the people that were pushed aside. I'm standing for the civilians that never served in this country, but yet we got wrapped up into this war. We got to take care of their people when they come home. I don't get no free loans. I don't get no walk right into a home today. Make a payment in 3 months. Low interest home. I don't get none of that. I don't get free health care. I don't get none of that. You know, I didn't create my disability. Society did. I'm tired of these pricks hacking our computers. I'm tired of them coming in and thinking they're just going to do whatever they want. It ain't happening no more. You know, I'm tired of it too. I'm not the only one. You know how many people got wrapped up into this Johnny Depp thing? Anybody named Johnny? You're a woman abuser. You're this, that. I never hit a woman in my life. You're this, you're that. No, I'm not. You idiots are thinking of Johnny Depp, not me. I never struck a woman in my life. You know, I don't. Uh, these people are so lost. They don't know. Hey, we figured out their little thing. We don't care if they got billions. We don't care if they're Illuminati, Masons, gangbangers. I don't care. I don't live in that world. You guys do, not me. People are pissed because I get the money I get for disability. I'm like, I paid into it, you idiots. My family paid into it. Their family paid into it. We're entitled to it. It ain't just, oh, well, this person dies. No, we get to keep all these benefits and everything. I'll tell you what, my patients are really, really getting thin. Really. Now, I don't like to hurt people, but my patients are really getting thin. That's what Social Security is for. That's what all these people paid into. Now they want to say, shut your mouth. You're getting Section 8. You're getting welfare. You're getting this and that and this and that. No, we're not going to shut our mouths. If anything, you are creating a beast that is going to be unleashed on America. And they think we got guns. Keep thinking that your guns are going to save you people. Keep thinking that. I'm done fighting for America, and I don't even get paid. My country, my people are done bleeding for this country. My family members are done bleeding for this country. Fight your own wars. Now, you folks be safe out there. And be safe. I don't control this mess. I didn't create it. I didn't create slavery. I didn't create the Bible. I didn't create government. I didn't create the gangs, the cartels. I didn't create it. I'm not suffering for it. My people ain't suffering for it. And my family surely is not going to bleed anymore for this country. Good luck. Don't treat us like we are the ones that are the problem. We paid for what we had. We created it. We didn't steal it. And we don't go out and kill people to make a dollar. Now, you folks be safe. Really, I really am a kind person. I really am, but my kindness is worth it. And some of the big guys are saying they're starting to take your kindness as a weakness. Uh, are they looking for some guys out here that are affiliated with these clubs and everything and biker gangs and yeah, and it ain't going to stop anytime soon. They're hot on their butts, and they should be. Now the police are even scared. I think the new chemicals that they released on certain people are drove them nuts. You're going to have a mass one state militia against another state militia. You're going to have all these state militias. These people still live back in 1776. Well, we got militias. I'm like, you idiots. It is not 1776. It's 2022. Your militias, they're nothing with the new technology and the chemicals and the nukes and everything. They're nothing. It's nothing. No, Bendejo, I ain't addressing nothing. It's not my problem. They don't pay me for that. It ain't my problem to go pick up these killers. It ain't my problem to go ahead and hunt them down. It's not my job. I don't get paid for it. I'm retired. I got a disability. I am out of the ball game, and I'm glad to be. And I'll only re-enter this ball game when we got people and coaches that know what's going on. I'll tell you what, the greatest man that will ever be will be the man that gets in the White House and tells everybody, I am not for sale, and starts cleaning this country. It's like a Rush song. You people are not, my mind is not for any God or government. It's about the people, the working man, the citizens, the law-abiding citizens, the people that served in this country and took an oath to protect this country. And them people got out of the military and they didn't join clubs, gangs, associations, and kill people. They took an oath for life and they are law-abiding citizens. You couldn't pay me enough to join the military. Are you crazy? And they've been offering me. I'm like, nope. You got $1 million? I might put a uniform back on again. Till then, I'm a civilian. I'll make more money and I'll be a lot safer. So you couldn't pay me to be. You couldn't. Not no more. No way. Nope. The ranks are nuts. You got a military where people within the military are killing military people. It's over with, folks. The faster these people realize that the war machine is finally over with. There is no loyalty in nothing anymore. You know, I just watched a video the other day. Some guy, military guy, was dating another military woman. Ended up chopping her up and killing her. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with. And you people you overlooked it. Now I got to go because I'm talking too much and now I'm under attack by something. I was fine this morning, woke up fine. Start talking and everything. Next thing I know, I'm under attack by something. It's some kind of a thing or something that somebody's sending here. I don't know. I want to find these dudes. I want to find these witchery people, sorcery. I want to find the guy that is the main cause of all this madness, that you have to suffer to believe in God or get to heaven or whatever. This is madness. We're done with it. I'm done with it. If I want to believe in God, I'll believe in God. I'll believe in something good. Okay? That's my choice. I would rather believe in something good than something evil and raping kids and stealing from people and child trafficking. What if you people call that gods? We need to light this whole country up like a Roman candle and start over again. Some of them politicians had a brain, and they were right when they said we'd be better off burning it all down, starting over again. And they were right. They should have, and they didn't. Listen, I've been in plenty of fights my whole life. I didn't have anybody backing me. When I went into a fight against dudes, if there was more than me, that was it. I got my ass whooped. But I didn't need a giant organization, a giant club, a giant. I'm sorry. I'm not buying into all this crap. I don't want nothing to do with it. If I choose to believe in God, then I'll believe in God. I don't pray to the devil. I couldn't tell you how to pray to the devil. I couldn't tell you how to do magic. I couldn't tell you any of this stuff. You might as well consider me dead. Because I don't know how to do this stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to ever learn. People, well, it works. It's magic. Well, good. Well, why didn't they? If this was the cure of everything, magic, why didn't they come out and tell people this? Why didn't the government say something about it and we could cure everybody? And it ain't. It's just a bunch of psychological bull crap that a lot of people are just sick of. I'm sick of it. Now they want to try and get people in trouble for freedom of speech, talking, well, you're trying to be like a Manson. Yeah, well, why don't you go and lock up the president first? Because there's the biggest Manson in all of your people's problems. It ain't some little dude that stays home and is getting disability because he's been ran through the ringer his whole life. broke down from working hard construction. And you want to go find the head leader of the Manson group? Well, then you go to Washington, go to the Pentagon. Don't come here. I don't need teeth. Bendejo. Believe in the tooth fairy, Bendejos. Hey, listen, I've had some bad fights, accidents, and other problems where my teeth went bad. I had to get them pulled a couple years ago. Do I like it? No. Do I like the way I look? No. But it was not by my own hands. It was not from my doing. I love life. I got children that keep me alive, hoping one day I'll get to talk to them or see them. If I don't, I don't. These days, the women, they have the power, not me. If the woman says, I don't want you seeing my kid or whatever, but okay, whatever. I am not going to argue and fall for them. And I'll tell you what, if I ever find a woman and she's all messed up on meth, I will leave. I'll walk out like I did before. I don't want it. No, how can you do that? Easily. I don't want the troubles in my life. I don't need it. I'll walk away every time. I got the rap for shit I didn't even have anything to do with, but took the blame because I was trying to protect someone I loved. Had nothing to do with me. Who got attacked? Who got the jail time? Who got me? And I'm fed up with it. I'm sick of it. I come too far. I've lost everything I had, and now I'm starting over. And people are pissed about it. Oh, well, that's what America is about. You don't get someone pregnant and then use the children as a tool or a weapon against a money-making machine. Christ, they're having kids today just for money. They don't love the guy. They just want a check. They want that power to hold over them. They want to run his name through the ringer. He's a deadbeat dad. He's this, that. These people created this evil. They created this war. Not me. I ain't paying for it. If this country's invaded, then I will help my country to defend it. Till then, I ain't putting a uniform on until that day comes. Now, you folks have a great day. And be safe. Really, be safe. It's not a skit. I'm telling you, this is me. This is the way I feel. This is the real me. They think it's some kind of skit. I'll tell you when it's a skit. I'll tell you when it's real. I'm talking real now. That's the way I feel. I've seen it too many times in this country, and I don't want nothing to do with it. You can defend this country and think you're defending it, and next thing you know, they're locking you up in prison for the rest of your life because, well, you can't do that. You can't go out and defend your country. You're not a military police officer. You're not in the military. You're not this and that. We're just trying to protect our country. It's the devil, folks. The faster you people realize that it is Satan, the better off you'll be. Now, you folks have a good day. I got stuff to do. I got to get my day started. Be safe, everybody. I really do love people. I really do. But I don't trust anybody anymore. Believe me, if you knew what happened to me and what is going on, I think you'd be in the same boat. But don't worry about it. Keep an eye on your surroundings. Keep an eye on your children and your families. And we're going to have to hunker down and get through this. Same thing I told Ukraine and everyone, hunker down. That's all you could do is hunker down until we come to an agreement. You know, no, it ain't a skip, Bandejo. I wish it was, but this is me. This is how I feel. This is really how I am. I'll let you know when it's a skit. Okay, watch my other videos. I've said, well, it's a movie skit. It's this and that. No, I'm talking honestly now. This is the way I feel. It's a zoo, and they let the animals run wild, and I don't want nothing to do with it. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with it. So be safe, folks. Uh, like I said, if this country gets invaded, then I might put a uniform on or whatever. But till then, it ain't my war. And we're starting to find out a lot of these people are creating wars for us to go fight. But I ain't going to no war. I'm not in the military. I don't have to do shit. I'm a civilian. It'll be my choice if I want to help this country if it's invaded or whatever. And that'll be my choice. It's my freedoms. We go by the Bible that these people so called say is real, then we shouldn't be at war with anybody. We should be helping everybody. But it ain't my choice. Now, you folks have a great day. Be safe. And like I said, I'm not a madman like they made me out to be. They owe me a lot of money. Of course, they're going to make me out to be a madman. They're going to make me out to be an idiot. They're going to make me out to be whatever they want. Why? Because they don't want to pay the money. Why do you think they changed the laws so fast that government and these places cannot be sued and businesses cannot be sued for wrongdoing anymore? Because that's an omission that they know they've been doing wrong. No, I got to stop talking or whatever. This thing is attacking me, so I got to stop. What is it? I don't know what it is. You know, people, it's COVID. No, it ain't COVID, man. It ain't. It's everything that they said it was. Now the only thing is if I can get this old man out of me and get me back into shape, that'd be good. But whatever this is, yesterday I woke up, my hair was. I took a shower the other day, and my hair was blonde. Even the hair in my beard. And what happened? I got on YouTube, started talking. Next thing you know, boom. I went and looked in the mirror, and my hair was, in my beard was all gray. Something's going on, folks. I don't know what it is. Are you telling me now COVID changes people's color of their hair and stuff? I don't know. Something's up. Well, and be safe. There's a bunch of YouTube trolls, supposedly. I don't know what their names are. John Smith or whatever. Someone, DeLorean, or not DeLorean, Aldrin, Aldrin Hubbard or something like that. And some other people that are trolls been attacking channels or whatever. And I seen that on Randy's channel the other night. He was talking about how these people been attacking a girl that he knows and stalking her. I'm like, in real life? Yeah, in real life. I'm like, holy crap. You know, I think he's using some kind of a fake account or ghost account or whatever it is. I don't know. So be safe, folks. Good God. You know how many people that are named Smith that, everybody knows someone named Smith. Hubbard, whatever these trolls are that they're talking about. I did see it. They were in. I had one in my chat that I had to delete or whatever. Where are they coming from? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. No, it's not a skit, Bendejo. I wish it was a skit. If you want to see my skit, turn on the TV. The whole thing is a movie. People are, even Trump was, this is a good movie. Sure it is. Now people are saying Biden's acting or Putin's acting where, well, it's a movie. He made his speech, then he got up, then he sat back down and he started talking. It's a movie. They're all playing. You're a great actor, Mr. Putin. So is Trump, Biden, all of them. It's just a massive movie. The government or the movie companies are pretty upset. They're like, good God, we want some of this. Nope. The biggest movie ever made. It's got everything. Witches, demons, wars, everything. Nah, I'm getting out of the movie business. It's just too much. And there's no money in it. There is for people that steal it, for Satan, but other than that, there ain't no money in it. All right, folks, you have a good day. I got to get out of here. I got stuff to do, and I got to get a great outdoors going. I got little birds flying around. Something peaceful to take my mind off of the madness. Be safe, folks.